Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to a very special HollingsWorthless Christmas episode. As always, I am your host, Big Irish Elf, Jay Hollingsworth, and we have the mechanable Sean McCann.
I was gonna say ho ho ho, but jingle, 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 fuck,
jingle, jingle, bitches. We have an elf
the most
from
holiday he's ever tried to be.
Yeah, we have an elf from I guess the South Pole. Manulus Rojas Martin. Do you want to explain the background, Manny?
Oh yeah, I was dreaming of a white Christmas, so yeah, I just I thought I would feel what you guys feel every year. So,
and as always, we have the mascot, aka the philanthropist, aka North Pole Philly, aka
Santa Claus Phil Billy. Krampus, man. I don't know.
Phil Billy. What the fuck is Phil Billy?
I'm a Phil Billy.
Oh, I see what you did there.
I'm a Beverly Hills Phil Billy.
Yeah, that's Christmassy. So it's the HollingsWorthless. This is going to be a tradition now. We're going to start doing. I mean, we have the HollingsWorthless Halloween episodes, but we didn't do one this year because of COVID. But we'll start doing. We're going to start having this be a tradition, the HollingsWorthless Christmas special. And to kick it off, I wanted to go over some of the things that make Christmas special for all of us. Do you first? I'm wondering, do any? Oh, actually, before we get into it, we have mail, right, Phil? Let's hit that mail real quick because we had some people write in.
Sure, I have a question for those that are watching the show. Jay and Manny, your backgrounds are matching. That's cool.
Not anymore, bitch.
Oh shit!
Okay,
so how'd you get those? Why aren't we all synced up?
Oh,
because
God,
it took us 20 minutes for you to figure out how to just put San Francisco behind you, the default one.
Okay. Well, hey, you know what? That's okay, because we're all in the spirit, and that's what Christmas is all about. It's about the holiday spirit.
And we're sponsored by Spirit Airlines.
And you know who else has a lot of spirit? Our listeners, Jay. Our listeners have a lot of spirit, and they wrote in this week. And I'm still logging on to the email at the moment.
Oh my God!
So,
people get to see a little bit more of the behind the scenes every week. Last week we had that 10 minutes of Phil. No, it was like 20 minutes of Phil getting situated. And so
that's right.
So people know, we are recording this right now. It's 9:30. Well, no. Right now it's 9:42. We Pacific time. So through the day, actually building up to today, Christmas Eve, we kept saying, okay, what time we want to do it. And Phil asked if we could push it to 9:30. So I was like, let's say 9:30. Is everybody cool with that? That should give Phil enough time for whatever the fuck he needs to do. So 9:30 comes along. I start the Zoom. Manny's second in. Phil, surprisingly, third in. Sean right at 9:30 comes on. Phil comes on about 9:25, 9:26, and then spends the next 10 minutes telling us how if he didn't have his background, it looks like a fucking crack den.
Oh my God.
It does. Just an
I love how close up you are.
Looks like a fucking crime scene.
Yeah, exactly.
It's actually not. When you're in the room, it's not a messy room. There's
okay,
just
take your virtual background off for a second.
Dude,
let everybody see
your standard of mess and clean.
Yeah. Wait, can we show the people what your actual background looks like?
It looks like Santa. It looks like Santa was murdered there.
Let the people judge, dude. They can put in the comments what they think.
Yeah.
This will probably take an hour.
Let's see.
No, I was working on the email. Okay,
sure.
Here you go. Ready? And okay, look.
Move away.
Move the other way. Go the other way. Go the other way. Go the other way. Go the other way.
That's just a chest.
That's just a couple of bodies.
Stuff on it.
It's just a couple
Who's
of
in? Yeah, who's in there?
Look, if I'm over here, it's just a nice bed, nice room. My parents put together for me.
You know what? Leave that, Phil. We'll go with that. Fuck it. You got the hat on.
Let me scoot over here a little bit more.
No. Stay where you're at. You fuck. But yeah, so we started at 9:30 per Phil's request, 9:30, and then 10 minutes. I have that background. I can't. Why is it? So Phil,
he's still figuring shit out.
No,
now.
I got you right here. Okay, so our first email, and no, thank you
By the
guys.
way,
Thank you.
First of all, hold on. Don't act like you fucking are waiting on us. You see how he cut you off, Sean, to be like,
yeah, I saw it.
Fuck.
Go ahead.
All right. Well, hey, you know what? I really appreciate our listeners sending us emails to hwppod@gmail.com. Our first email comes from a loyal listener, Stephen Ward. Stephen writes, Phil, how's it going? Your neck and back must be hurting from having to carry the HollingsWorthless podcast week in, week out. he says, your neck, your back. He's referring to a joke I used to have that also went, my pussy, my crack, as another song, made famous by Kia. In any case, unless you want to do it out of the goodness of your heart, I wouldn't give anyone money. Oh, we talked about lending money to people like friends or acquaintances that we've just gotten to know that are asking us for money. And so this was his response on that subject. He said, in any case, unless you want to do it out of the goodness of your heart, I wouldn't give anyone money outside of family and expect to get it back. And then he says he gave me gas money at the local 907 one time for the time I drove to the Comedy Underground and he never thought about it twice. Anyway, that's my 2 cents on the topic. Stephen.
Yeah, for those listening, gas money was Phil put that in quotes because it was probably for heroin.
Well, I don't. Yeah, who knows? I mean, he put it in quotes.
Yeah, or maybe it was for to get your dick sucked. I don't know.
Hey, Stephen is a married man. All right.
Stephen's great.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, not from Stefan. It was from.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay. We have another email. Oh my God, we have 2 this week. It's crazy. Thank you for sending those into hwppod@gmail.com. Daphne writes, hi,
Stephanie,
guys.
wait, hold on. Let's make sure we respectfully get the names right. Did you say Daphne?
No, I said Daphne.
I think you said Daphne, but that's okay. It's Daphne.
Whatever.
Don't whatever.
She doesn't have a staph infection. Staph infection. Okay, Daphne.
I love watching Sean's face through all this shit.
Oh, man.
It's so good.
Daphne, Daphne. Okay, Daphne. She writes, hi guys. I really enjoy listening to you guys go back and forth just like this on the HollingsWorthless podcast. It seems as though you really get along and click well together, which leads me to this. Daphne wants to know what we like best about each other, and also what we
Sean
like
hates
least about
this
each
already.
other.
Sean almost puked in his mouth.
So what we like best about each other, but also what we like least about each other. And
Easy.
she says,
I'll go first.
She says she can't wait to hear these answers, especially what Manny least like his answers are. What he least likes.
You know why?
Yeah.
So I think that's probably, is it Daphne Hall?
No.
Oh, okay.
Not on her email anyway. But
Okay.
But she says, thanks for making me laugh. Best of luck, Phil, on the recovery journey. Be safe, guys. Daphne, a loyal listener from Charlotte, North Carolina. Thanks for writing in, Daphne. Appreciate
Daphne.
it. And before we answer this question, if anybody else would love to write in and hear your email on the show, please send an email to hwppod@gmail.com. That's hwppod@gmail.com.
Yes.
All right.
And also, if you are writing in, if for some reason you don't want your name listed or read, make sure you put that in the email. Please don't say my name or use an alias. And I have a feeling Daphne must listen also to the Love in Black and White podcast, because we've talked so much on there about how Manny doesn't like conflict and, fucking all the scenarios we've done where Manny has to be mean, basically. Okay, Sean, you said you wanted to go first.
It's the worst.
And this actually kind of plays into the holiday spirit, right, guys?
Yeah,
sure.
You guys could shit on me. You guys are
sure. No, it's interesting what you just said, Jay, because so what I've always liked about Manny is that you can keep cool, and that you're like the voice of reason, which is really strong. That's like a strength, man, because a lot of people don't have that.
All right, hit me with that negative. I'm ready. I'm ready.
And
God.
that you're like that one that like brings calm to the situation.
Right. Don't, yeah, I have a hard time letting shit just like escalate and have fun. You know what I mean? I'm like, I don't know, motherfuckers. This shit don't seem so.
No, I remember a particular night, which I'm not going to bring up what it was just for the sake of everybody's jobs and livelihoods and stuff, but it involved, I think, everybody in this room over at your and Jay's, or maybe it was Jay and Anthony's place.
Okay.
And
Oh yes,
hospital and all that. What a great! I think back a lot to that night. That was great.
Oh my God, Jay, the ER with the
ER.
With the where we all had we were eating different things and smoking different things.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you were like, didn't you start to go to the police station?
Oh my God. Okay. Well, little backstory for everybody.
Just, you
I don't
can tell
even
the
care.
story,
like,
right?
told,
Or no?
Yeah, I can tell the story. Yeah. No, my boss.
Legal in Washington.
Yeah, and my boss thinks it's hilarious. So
Cool.
yeah, so basically one night, because I've only been high once, and the one time it wasn't really because I went to jail the first time we all smoked. And so the second time was actually with all these guys. Actually, I don't know if Phil was there. I know Calderon was there.
I don't think I was
remember.
for this one.
Yeah.
I remember
Phil
hearing
was probably like, fuck that mild weed shit. I'm gonna go get some
Yeah.
heroin and some cock.
And some cock. But I do remember Plouffe was there at the time, and so we Kyle Plouffe, he was in the we all went to go see a movie, and so we all hit we were in the parking lot, we were hotboxing, and Sean was like, no, just take a couple hits of this, man. And I was like, I'm not a fucking rookie, and I just fucking like I hit it like really hard. And then I feel like I don't remember who gave us the depth chargers from Tyler, or was that you, Sean, who had them?
No. Oh no. It was Tyler, I think.
Oh, okay, so Tyler
was there, I think.
Oh, okay, yeah. So he gave us these weed pills that were apparently for like cancer patients. Like they were so like they were supposed to take you out of like feeling pain.
The depth charges, I
so
remember.
light.
Depth charges, yeah, they're so light. But for an amateur like me, you know what I mean? I'm just like, whatever. So we go to the movie, nothing. I'm like, dude, I think I'm immune to weed. Like I can't get high. And so
Famous last words.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck.
Then we go to Jay's place. We're sitting there, and I'm like, yeah, this isn't working. I'm just gonna drive home. And so I go to sleep. I wake up at like 2 a.m. My heart's beating out of my chest. I feel like I'm a fucking transformer or something because I feel bigger than life. My body's going big, small, big, small. And I was like, dude, I'm gonna go into cardiac arrest if I don't go get help. So I try to walk down the hill to the police station, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute, you took the weed stuff, so maybe that's what's going on.
No, but you just left though. That's the thing.
Oh yeah. I just left. I didn't even tell you guys I was leaving. I was
Irish
just
goodbye.
like, all right, I'm out. Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. I should have literally just passed out with you guys because because if I'd have woke up, you'd have been like, hey, chill out, you're fine. This is what happens.
Just keep sucking.
So anyways, I ended up going to the ER. I called my mom at like 3 o'clock in the morning telling her I was dying. You know what I mean? And then the next day I missed work. It was fucking crazy.
But dude, I don't know who it was, but somebody else was there too who like lost their mind and
Me.
they were in the shower.
Yeah,
was that you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought so. We went to. There's a bunch of us that went to the movies. I remember Plouffe was next to me with some girl, and like the girl was like a friend of ours. I can't remember who it was.
Maria.
Was it?
It was Maria.
Okay. So somebody put a blanket, or not a blanket, but a coat over because they were cold. I was high and I looked over and I thought she was giving Plouffe a handy under the coat. So, and then I remember on the way home, were you driving, Sean? Or was Tyler?
Yeah. Well, it could, dude. I think
Yeah.
Plouffe was out of it too.
Yeah, and I think I said to you, I was like, can we stop and get some sweets? I go, can we stop and get some sweets?
Yeah, that's where it happened. That's where it came from. Yep. That's been going ever since.
Yeah, and you were like, what
Some
kind of a
sweets.
fucking, you look back, you're like, what kind of a fucking man asks another man to sweets? So I remember we stopped there, and then I was just, dude, I was fucked, dude. I was so fucked up on that. But okay, you did, man. You got to do everybody else, Sean. I'm just trying to go through this quick so we can get to the
Oh, yeah,
Christmas
here we go.
shit.
Here we go.
Yep.
Let's go down here to Phil. So, of course, dude, Phil's one of the funniest dudes I know.
Yep.
Always brings crazy energy to wherever. So I always love when Phil's in the room or like this, and not so much like this.
Yeah.
What don't I like about Phil? I mean, let's go to Jay, and then I'll come back to that just to round out the whole thing. No, what do I not?
With me, you'll be. What do I like about Jay?
Yeah, totally. I mean, dude, there's nothing I don't like about any of you. So that's that's a weird thing to have to say. But like, I mean, I don't know. Nothing really, dude. I mean, there's you are who you are, and honestly, I know that's a cop out almost, but dude, there's nothing really that bothers me about anybody, really.
Maybe that was an addict for a while.
Nah,
I don't know.
I don't judge that. Nah, no.
He's like, that's when I liked you most.
Yeah. That's when you're the funniest. Or funny. And then Jay, of course, dude. I mean, he's always there, listens to my bullshit, puts up with my bullshit. I can be a real piece of shit sometimes. He's always cool. Lets that shit slide. Sometimes he hasn't. Yeah. But otherwise, here's all the shit I don't like about him. So, no, that's it.
Yeah. How long is this podcast?
All right.
Here, I'll
go.
You're gonna go? Okay. Jesus. All right,
okay. Yeah. So, oh God.
I know,
okay,
I mean,
so
I know Kwanzaa's coming up. All right.
Yeah, you motherfucker.
Jesus.
Yeah, God damn
Why
it.
are these podcasts always so racist in their undertones?
All right. So with Sean, I love that Sean is like always the coolest dude in the room. You know what I mean? He reminds me of like this is gonna sound this is gonna sound gay, but he's like the white Jay-Z. You know what I mean? Just
shit!
Yeah. You just made his fucking
Just,
century.
That lives right here forever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Jesus, I'll never hear that. Man, you remember Manny said I was kind of like the white Jay-Z. By the way, Manny, why would it matter if it sounded gay?
Well, never mind. Because you know what? I just want to say here on the HollingsWorthless podcast that when we say gay, we mean happy. We're not thinking of any type of LGBTQ or any type of whoever you love. We support that and we love you.
The best.
It's just like this gay holiday.
Exactly. We're having a gay old holiday kind of thing. Yeah. So okay, back to the podcast. I just wanted to say, and then the thing that I don't like about Sean was just his ex-girlfriend who or I don't know if it was an ex-girlfriend, whoever took our project. That was the only thing that I will always be sad about. But I don't even blame that on you. It was but it was just like, man, we all had a crazy ex at one time, so this shit is
She did.
Yep. Is it real? Oh my God. Really? Goddamn. Oh man, I feel horrible now.
Sean doesn't.
I mean,
yeah.
Shouldn't have taken my shit.
But damn, shit, that is crazy.
I'll put that in the notes. We got to tell that whole story, Sean. Like,
yeah,
I mean,
dude,
just
we never have.
we're glazing over it, right? Or glossing over it right now.
Glossing. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
people are probably like, their initial is probably like, Jesus Christ. But when they hear the whole story, they'll be like, oh, okay. So we'll save that for.
Hey, and just to be clear, I didn't kill her.
No,
She
yeah.
died of an overdose.
You sold her the drugs.
Oh.
but
Carol
that's
Baskins. You're Carol
God.
Baskins. Fed her to the Tigers.
No, he's Jay-Z.
Jesus
White
They
Jay-Z.
snacking. Oh.
But yeah, I love that he's the smoothest motherfucker on the planet. Jay,
Fucking you heard it.
yeah, I know, right? With Jay, I don't know. I just, man, I love. I like. This is gonna sound even worse. I love everything about you, man. Like, you know what I mean? It's like we always laugh together. Best roommate I've ever had. Comedy, like we always talk about iron sharpens iron. Steel sharpens steel, and we always just try to better ourselves. The thing I hate about Jay is his farts. Oh my God, like they just like erode a room. Yeah, it's Sean. What? Yeah.
Okay,
me
I get to
puke.
piggyback that. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I forgot because it's been a little bit for me. That too. I do
Yeah.
hate that.
And he just does it so sneakily. He's like, "What happened?" And it's just like a green cloud in the
Those.
room.
Yeah, he does do those ones too. And then
Yeah.
he also just lets him go. And then what kills me about it is every single time he thinks it's funnier than the last time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there was one time when we were at our buddy Kane's apartment and Jay farted, and it was so bad that I couldn't stop thinking about the putrid fucking smell of his fart and everything that it encompassed, that it started kicking into my gag reflex, and I was gonna puke right there in their living room, and I didn't want to, and so I ran. They had a little tiny balcony, and the balcony wasn't anywhere I could puke, because right as soon as you got to the balcony, there was the rail. So I had to lean over the rail from like the second story, and I puked all the way down onto the sidewalk.
Jesus, I'm getting
Proudest day
nauseous.
of my life.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So nasty.
And then just real quick with Phil, I love that Phil is like the white Rick James. He's like, I always feel like, because Charlie Murphy.
In so many ways.
Yeah, exactly. Charlie Murphy said that him and Rick had this thing where Rick would see him and he's like, "What's up, darkness? Ready to go to the abyss, nigga?" You know what I mean? And that's how I feel like Phil is. He always wants to take it to the abyss when he was like crazy Phil. But I love that you just, I love that you have no inhibitions and that it's always a party. I know when Phil's in the room, or if it's the weekend with Phil working on comedy, it's going to be one of the best weekends of my life, entertainment wise.
Hey, heroin's hell of a drug.
But the thing that my only negative about Phil is that no matter what you're doing in life, you will always be 30 minutes late to whatever you're trying to get to because of Phil. Like even when we were going to Tri-Cities, like Phil was like, "Dude, I didn't know I was." So you really roll on CPT. For people who don't know what CPT, that's Colored People Time, or BPT, Black People Time. And we just want to say that not only Black people are later here on the podcast, but we just want to say people of all races can be late. So CPT can actually be Caucasian People Time, according to Phil. So,
I get my haircut at a black barbershop.
Okay.
The blacks. And it's a good neighborhood black barbershop.
Why'd you say it was a good neighborhood?
It was
Why'd
all
you have to say
perfect
that?
till you did that.
Why'd
No,
you have
it's
to
a
say
good
it was a
neighborhood.
good neighborhood?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm
Yeah,
just saying it. No, it's a good neighborhood.
Yeah,
Like,
did
we're
you
the
vote
worst.
Why wouldn't it
I
be?
don't know.
Jesus.
I don't know what I'm
Oh
trying to
my
say.
God. Let me clean
All
this
I'm
up.
saying-
Let me clean it up real quick.
You should just let him own that.
Yeah, I'm gonna let him
Fuck
own
it.
that one. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck you, Phil.
Okay, all right. It's right next to the black barbershop in the shitty neighborhood. No, I'm just kidding. But no,
It's
so,
right on the line.
So I went in and I was late,
Oh
and
my
I was
God.
like 15 minutes late, and I didn't call to let them know I was gonna be. I was just like, I gotta fucking get there, and I'm speeding. And then I was trying to think of something to say to cover for why I was late. So
Oh, no.
when I walked in, the first thing I said was, "Hey man, I'm sorry, I'm on white trash people time," and they laughed. They thought it was pretty funny.
That's so bad. All right, go.
White
Who's
trash
up?
people are late too.
I'll
Who's
go.
up? Is that you, Jay?
Yeah, I'm gonna do negatives first, and then because then I'll end on a positive.
Maybe
Sean,
before you do, we should make Phil go.
Yeah.
no,
I
because
was
I got
gonna
these
go
on the
next.
top of my head.
No,
Sean,
I mean go.
only thing I don't like about Sean is he's too hard on himself. That's what it's weird. The things I don't like, about everybody. It's like downing them, or it's like takes away from them. Sean is like too hard on himself at times. And I don't think he
Yeah, that's true.
recognizes his greatness, so to speak. Positives on Sean. Sean is I'd say the definition of a true friend, because he will tell you the hard things, the things you don't necessarily want to hear, like fucking about this dog. Sean was very much like, let's go over everything.
Yeah.
And then but he also he'll take the input, like he'll put the mirror in front of you, or give you the negative in front of you, and almost like, okay, here's what you need to think about, now plead your case. And then when you plead your case, he is not afraid to be like, all right, you make a good point. Or he'll be like, I don't know, man. So I think Sean is like the definition of a true friend. And Sean also will be there for you, and you don't have to qualify things on when you need his help. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
Manny,
Yeah.
Negative on Manny. He's too nice. He's too fucking nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it can't say no to it. It's like it's a detriment. And it's a weird thing that's a negative, but if Manny will tell you like the fucking shit you get sucked into having to do improv. Shit like that.
But see, isn't that the problem? Sorry to butt into, but isn't that the problem? Is because it's not like about being too nice. I know what you mean. It's the problem is that when that positive attribute is butted up against some clown asshole,
Right.
that would take advantage of that.
Oh,
That's
dude.
where the problem comes, because otherwise it's always perfect.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a
You know,
good attribute to have.
Yeah.
It's those
funny.
assholes that take advantage.
I think
Exactly.
about that because, like, we'll say him, fuck him, Ruben.
Yeah,
He
that's
used
right
to,
there.
I literally used to say no, but he's like, well, it
yeah.
would really just help me out, and it's just like, so no was never good enough, and it's like when
He knows your button too. He knows
Exactly.
that button.
and he knew that I needed stage time, and that's the biggest club, so he had something over me. So it's like, you're gonna come help me out with this, and God, what is happening with Phil?
What in the fuck is? Well, I know what my negative of Phil's is. Jesus Christ. Positive of Manny's is also
I'm sorry.
he's too fucking nice. That's a positive. Like, and Manny is one of the nicest people you can ever meet. I think everybody would say that. Anybody that knows Manny is just he's again another great friend. I mean, there's been times when I've had to borrow money from Manny for whatever reason, whether it's fucking, hey, I need to pay rent, or I need a new video game.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah,
no,
man.
no, whatever it is, but
Yeah.
but Manny is, I mean, just a fucking true nice person. Like there's not, Jesus Christ, Phil. There's not a lot that you
I'm
meet
sorry.
genuine. What are you fucking doing?
Why does that happen?
Are you
There's
downloading
there's
a
lag
movie?
on the video. I don't know. I'm sorry.
Turn everything other Wi-Fi off.
No, I don't know. It says my
Yeah,
internet
yeah.
connection. My internet connection is unstable. It says.
Yeah.
You need to go, like, you
Also,
got to
you
unplug
are.
all the other, you got to unplug all the other streaming devices in the house, because they're probably eating up bandwidth.
All right, let me finish.
Well, I'm in my
Manny's.
parents' house. I can't do that. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm
That's all
sorry.
right. It's okay. It's all right. All right.
Christ.
All right. Let's
See,
get
there's
through it.
Manny.
We
It's
gotta get
okay.
through it.
It's all right. No, it's not Manny. Fucking Manny's too nice, but Manny's the fucking nicest dude. And I would say, I think I could speak for everybody. We're all better for knowing him. He's just a fucking nice
Sure,
dude.
yeah.
And then Phil. Where do I go for the negative? Which one?
Is he frozen? Oh,
Jesus
okay.
Christ.
No,
I thought
I'm
so
just-
too. I thought so too.
I'm just really laggy.
Phil, my only negative is accountability. That's it. Taking accountability or making excuses. That's all. It's just fucking. Oh God,
Yeah.
it's always fucking something. Now the positive though, is Phil is like I say. I've said this before, and Phil knows I've said this. I say that Phil is like walking Murphy's Law, and I also say that he's like the lovable loser, but he's not a loser. He's not a loser. I just mean he's like things will happen to Phil that are just, it's like Murphy's Law, but how Phil reacts to him and how Phil sees the world is where the lovable part is. You just, like Manny said, if Phil walks in a room, like if you know Phil, or if you've met Phil or whatever, and you see Phil across the room, you're going to just smile before you've even said it. You're like, oh fuck, there's Phil. And you're like, you can't wait to hear what his new story is, or maybe his story of the current, or why he's an hour late, or whatever the fucking thing is. But it's like, Phil is like walking joy. He's like joy walking around,
thanks.
Yeah.
And yeah, we all love him. All right,
Oh,
Phil.
thanks, guys. All right. Well, you
Oh,
all
and the
are pieces of
heroin
shit.
would
No.
be a negative too. Heroin would be negative.
Yeah, no. All right. Hoping that my camera stays good while I say this. I'll start with Sean. Sean, I think Manny kind of touched on what I want to say. I think you're just cool, man. I think you're suave. I think you just, if people don't know you much, but just kind of get over a bird's eye view of your life, it just looks like fucking shit is on top. You know what I mean? It just looks like you're on your game.
Wow.
I mean, you got,
Yeah, Sean,
Nobody's
I was
ever said that.
Dude, I'm thinking about the low lives, or not low lives, the low levels that we both have experienced together, Sean, where we're like,
Yeah.
oh, man.
I'm just saying, you just look like
Wow.
a guy who's got it together, man. And
Shit.
it's like you're an admirable person that I feel like you're easy to respect. You know what I mean? Now on the flip side of that coin, I would say you're so dry that when you are joking or have cutting remarks,
Yeah.
sometimes it's really hard to tell where the joke is and where the truth lies. And it's
Fucking
like, fuck,
perfect.
did I piss him off? Does he fucking hate me?
Oh no,
I
he doesn't.
don't know.
He doesn't joke. Sean doesn't joke.
Nothing I say is a joke.
But
Oh.
but you're just you have such great dry humor. But I would say that's kind of a negative, because for some people it just can be hard to read between. So
All right.
and then Manny,
You done?
Manny, yeah, I'm done. Manny, I would say, dude, you're so positive. You're so like just goal oriented and always wanting to push the envelope and push forward and reach for success. And I love that about you. We've had those motivational like pump talks and stuff like that. But yeah, you're just always looking to get to the next step, and I love that about you. On the flip side of that coin, that scares the shit out of me that you're always so positive, like Jay was saying, because I don't know what the dark side is. I don't know what the what happens when Manny snaps. I don't know if I want to ever see that happen.
Nope.
Manny's just gonna fucking be a serial killer one day.
I know. Yeah,
if somebody sets him off.
Jay told me that one time. He's like, "Yeah, what the fuck, man? I don't know if you're gonna like fucking just shoot up the." Nah, but yeah, no,
right?
I hear
no,
you.
I'm kidding. Yeah, no. But yeah, I think you could fucking have a double life as being like a contract killer or something. That's how you get off.
Shit.
That's how you get off all of your negative energy.
Holy dude, I can totally see that now. Now that you say that, right, Sean? Like he's got us all fooled. He's got this background that we don't know about. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I've never seen him working at the bank. I mean, I have to travel with the bank. I got to go for training in San Francisco. It's a hit.
And then Jay, Jay is so crazy because I don't think there's anything about Jay on paper that would make sense for me to be his friend. It's just, like you're a little bit older than I am. You're fucking just this big guy, like this intimidating, like, not like jockey looking guy, but just like, I don't know, like you know what I mean? Like you
wait, a big guy like a jockey?
No, not like a jock type person, like a jock type person.
He says you're a big guy, but not like a jock.
Yeah, is this the negative you're doing right now?
I'm just saying it, like, I don't know how it all snapped together for us, but the way it did, like, you're just an unpredictable friend that came into my life, and I love that. I mean, you've been such a great friend, and you're just one of the best friends anybody could have or ask for. You know what I mean? You're just there for them through the thick and through the thin. Talk about accountable. You're there when somebody needs you, and they can rely on you for that.
It'd be nice if they reciprocate.
But yeah, and obviously you're hilarious. That, but yeah, man, as far as
the negative starts
goes,
off with, you're like this big guy, but not like a jock.
No, and then the negative I was gonna say is, oh man, Jay loves to eat, but he hates to cook. He will just, when he's hungry, he's gonna stop wherever the fuck is closest to get food, and if you're with him, you really don't get a choice to go where you want to go. You're going where Jay goes. You better grab some fucking eat and be happy with it, because that's it.
Oh, that was a great thank you everybody. And Daphne, thank you for that email. That's a fucking, what a great way to kick off the Christmas episode, the Hollings Worthless Christmas special. With that,
Dude, she just basically produced a whole episode right there.
I was gonna say that was a lot because I don't want to give too bad a news, but I did forget my laptop charger, and I have 40 minutes of battery left.
Okay, that's all right. We're gonna get
we're
through
good.
it.
I mean, We would
Okay.
be 45 minutes into this podcast if you actually were ready at 9:30, but so now we're like 30 minutes in, so hopefully we'll be all right. Okay. Now let's get into all Christmas stuff. So, do any of you? I know I have one. Any of you have a specific Christmas song that is your favorite Christmas song? And we all. Okay, real quick. We all, except for Phil. Phil, have you always celebrated Christmas, Phil?
Yeah, for the most part, except because I was raised Jehovah's Witness when I was younger, I was told, because your father wants to celebrate Christmas, we will. But just so you know, Satan is the reason why we're celebrating.
What?
So,
Jesus, man.
Right.
Santa is just Satan jumbled up. Okay.
You're going to hell.
Okay, so when I ask these favorite on Christmas memories and shit like that, you have stories. I didn't want you to just be like, well, that was another year we did nothing. Okay.
No, I
favorite Christmas song, Sean, what's yours?
No, I want to go. I went first last time. Let's somebody else go.
Okay. Manulus.
All right. So I love Boyz II Men's "Let It Snow," and then I also love Tupac's "Who Do You Believe In" on the Death Row Christmas album.
Are you serious?
Yeah. That's one of my favorites. And so,
Phil.
Mine evolves every year. I kind of choose a different one. Normally, my favorite has always been "Baby It's Cold Outside," but this year I've really been enjoying "Chestnuts Roasting on an Open Fire." And I think my favorite, though, if I had to choose all time, is that song that Judy Garland sings.
Maybe it's cold out.
It's the fucking. No, the one Judy Garland sings about like Christmases. They were near and dear to us. They will be once more. I don't know. Whatever.
I just want to say NPC Manny, non-politically correct Manny, is going to step up for a moment and say there's nothing wrong with "Baby It's Cold Outside" because you know what, that was created for an era. So
absolutely,
you know what I mean. We don't need to correct everything that's happened in the world because unfortunately, like things were different at that time. So I'm on the level of appreciate it for what it was then, and there's no need to do a politically correct version now.
It's funny that you say that, Manny, because I was listening to Chestnuts Roasting on a Wood Fire, and they say, dressed up like Eskimos, and I was like, oh, why haven't we had a backlash about that? I mean, fuck, dressed up like Eskimos. I mean, that's just how they dress.
Dude,
I mean, are we stereotyping their dress?
I will say this though, Old Blue Eyes, Frank Sinatra, right, said. In a song, it was like the bees do it, but he said even the Japs do it, and I was like, whoa! I was like, holy shit! But it was during World War II when they were the enemy, so it's like,
right.
And it's crazy. But I mean, that you have to realize at some point that things were just for a time. They weren't okay, but at the same time, it's like it's a song, you know what I mean, and that's how things were in the in that time.
And it was reflectively. They aren't okay. Right. Like at the time, that's what people like always want to put their shit on shit in the past, like how they feel and live and experience. But yeah, dude, it was okay. Whatever it was, what was happening was okay at the moment. That's why it was happening.
Right. Exactly.
It's like, fuck, man.
Yeah. It gets to a point where it's too much. Like, I'm sorry, but non-PC Manny today is going to tell all woke people, go ahead and take a nap every now and then, because that may help you understand the world just a little bit better.
Yeah, maybe you're too woke. Sleep.
Exactly.
I get it. Yeah.
And
exactly.
And sleep.
On this Christmas episode of the HollingsWorthless podcast.
My favorite
before Santa comes. Sean, what was your favorite? Okay.
Oh god.
So I want to go last. My favorite Christmas song, Tony Bennett, My Favorite Things.
Ooh,
these are a few of my favorite things. And it's so crazy. I have a very specific memory of it. Being in my dad's Thunderbird, where it's so fucking nuts. What you remember? My dad's Thunderbird. I don't know what 87 Thunderbird. I don't know what it was. Ford Thunderbird. The steering column is falling off. He's trying to have people run into him so he can claim insurance. We're driving to my grandparents. And as like people are starting to veer into our lane, he'll start like jerking over towards them, yelling audibly, going, "Hit me, motherfucker! Hit me, motherfucker! Please, I dare you!" This is Christmas Day, and we're on our way to my grandmother's
with the kid in the car.
Yeah, me, and I'm like, "Can you do this when I'm not in the fucking car?" And And then
Daddy
him
wants a
playing,
new car for Christmas.
he's playing Tony Bennett. These are a few of my favorite things. It's got a big band sound, and then him smacking the dashboard, yelling at Tony Bennett, going, "Sing it, motherfucker! Sing it! Sing your ass off!" So I always think of that moment with my pops. So that's my favorite song. Sean.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, so my favorite song to listen to right now for the song's sake is this. It's a cover that Pearl Jam does of
course.
Stevie Wonder's "Someday at Christmas."
Oh, nice.
One of the best Christmas songs ever sang, first off, and then
Right.
they did it, and they do it in a really cool way. So that's my favorite. But Bing Crosby's "White Christmas" is one of my favorites, and it's because I really like the. So there's two movies that have like Danny Kaye and Bing Crosby in it, and they're basically the same movie.
Yeah.
One's called
Okay.
White Christmas, and one's called like The Holiday Inn.
Okay.
But I had to talk
Yeah,
that because
yeah.
The Holiday Inn is really good. The other one doesn't give you what you want, but Holiday Inn, watch that. It's a really cool old. It's in color, I think. I'm pretty sure, but it's a great movie, and that brings back a lot of memories. But super quick though, that one song, it's something about like a baby blue Benz that Snoop raps. It's Run DMC's in it. Snoop.
Okay.
It's a Christmas song. And that's one of the lyrics in it. Snoop sings about a baby blue Benz, that he gets somebody a baby blue Benz. It's like a remake of an old 50s Christmas song.
Nice.
I would also honorable mention Run DMC.
Oh,
Christmas in the
yeah.
Halls. Makes me think of Die Hard, seeing that with my dad and Christmas and all that shit.
Now, wait, can I say this real quick? The one that I do hate though, because I used to work retail in the bank, and you'd hear it all the time, is the one that goes ring ding a ling ding dong ding, ring ding a ling ding dong ding, and I'm just like,
God,
fuck!
yes, I know that one.
Have a holly jolly Christmas as you listen to the HollingsWorthless.
Nice remix.
Okay, here's a spoiler alert. If there's any children listening to this, which shouldn't be anyways, turn it off now. All right.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember when you found out Santa, about Santa? In case there's anybody still. No, when you found out Santa wasn't real. I remember mine. I remember specifically.
I remember mine.
I'll tell mine, and then we can go around. I remember I don't even remember how old I was. I remember kids, in school, kids that knew would tell you, and you'd be like, fuck you, that's not true. And then I remember sneaking out at night one night, I think it was Christmas Eve, and I was real quiet, and I saw my mom wrapping a present, and I remembered the present she was wrapping, and then the next day when I went to open it, it said Santa on it, and I was like, it's true.
Oh man,
do you remember yours, Sean or Phil? Manny, tell yours. But
yeah. I do remember I was in third grade. I was about 9 years old, and my mom told me, sweetie, Santa Claus isn't real, but just make sure you don't tell anybody else, because you don't want to ruin their Christmas spirit. But I
just
feel
want
like
to ruin yours.
Exactly, right? But
don't tell any of those little white devils.
but I do feel like there had to be a part of them, because I think that every black parent must have this at some point, where it's like, you work your ass off all year to get your kid every fucking thing that they ask for, and this white dude comes in and gets all the credit for it. And I remember, personally, I remember this, I don't know why, 6, 7, and 8, just thinking my parents weren't shit, because they got me clothes, and Santa kept bringing all the good shit, all the toys. So I never said that. I always did thank you so much, you know what I mean? But I was really I want to be over here with the toys.
Where's that Santa shit?
Exactly, right?
That's why I think parents should do the shitty gifts are from Santa.
Exactly.
Then when you find out Santa's not real, you'll be like, I didn't give a fuck anyways. He's giving me socks.
Exactly. That's smart.
So I don't want to. Yeah, go ahead.
I heard a really brilliant thing. Somebody was talking about this on Reddit. I'm on the Harbor Tools page, which is a great page. So this dude, though, he gets all this stuff. It's like it's not even a starter kit, dude. It's it's got sockets and wrenches and all this shit. And it's for a kid who's I think 6 years old or 7 years old. And he's always playing with his dad's tools. And his dad's super stoked on it because he works on cars or some shit.
Right.
And he says, but I'm really pissed because I know that Santa's going to get credit for all of this.
Oh.
And dude, somebody came in with brilliance though. And you can apply this to anything now. They said, no, here's what you do is on the really cool stuff like this, you just tell them that Santa said that your dad's such an expert with tools that he gave him the responsibility to get the gift for.
Oh, that's
Santa.
smart. I like that.
So, dude, now the dad's like he can take all the credit. Because
Hell
I
yes.
can understand that. I never thought about that.
Yeah.
First, you have a kid, and you have to compete against the moms with the kid for the mom's affection.
Right.
First off, then all the good shit that comes around, because honestly, let's face it, the dude's paying for everything. They have to, you have to be like, dude, I bought all this shit.
Let me just clean that up. We just want to say here on the HollingsWorthless podcast that we do actually, we are bothered that women only get,
it's hard
so
to
much
say,
of
isn't it, Manny?
Yeah, it is.
Go ahead.
We just want to say, women, you guys deserve equal pay on every aspect. Fuck anybody who's trying to nickel and dime you guys. It should be 1-to-1 ratios. And, women, you guys make the world go around. James Brown said it the best.
It's a man's world.
It's a man's world, but it wouldn't be nothing without a woman. So that's, you know what I mean? So women, you should run the world.
That's
I'm ready
right,
for
women.
it.
We should all make the same amount as long as we're working the same hours and not taking time.
That's right.
Maternity leave.
Yeah.
All right, Phil, what was yours? Just fucking...
Yeah, so I would say mine kind of runs into with tradition a little bit as far as what you guys talking about where credit goes, because so like we just did presents tonight and my parents give most of the gifts. We open all the presents Christmas Eve that my parents give, and then Santa comes overnight and we'll have like one gift waiting for us on Christmas morning that's from Santa. So
hopefully his gift will be a stable internet connection.
Yeah, we're gonna clean it up next time. I
Sean,
apologize for the laggy.
As he breaks up.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
I apologize for the laggy connection this time. It'll
was
clean
Jay's
up for
was
next
No, it was
not yours, man.
Yeah,
Oh,
James,
that's fine.
James
Yeah,
is super slow. It probably won't show up for the fans watching, but this is what you're like. You're like, hopefully a better connection, Phil.
Great timing. All right.
But as far as Santa, so I think I was probably in like second grade, like seven or eight. I was such a fucking snoop, dude. I've always been such a sneaky little weaselly kid, and so I was fucking, whenever my parents were gone, I was in their room going through drawers, the closet, and so I finally, around Christmas time, found all these presents that were in the closet, and I saw the name Santa on there.
Sean's laughing.
Sean's
Sean's like, were you in there too?
There's so much shit. Well, there was the drawers, there was the closet. There's so many things.
So I was like, this, what the fuck is Santa shit doing in my parents' closet? It's not even fucking Christmas.
What's my sexuality doing in here?
That's no surprise to anybody.
No, I found their toys that was in a drawer, not in the closet. But yeah. I mean, that was my first experience to a porn video was whatever they were watching.
This is a Christmas special. Stop it.
Oh, okay. So
that'll be on the next episode.
No, I did find
in the notes.
I did find one of them. But anyway, so I was probably like 7 or 8 years old when I found out Santa wasn't real.
And then when you saw the video, you were like, "There's also no God."
Oh
Sean,
shit.
Sean, do you remember?
I don't remember at all. And I was gonna make a really good story, but then I was like, fuck it. No, I don't remember.
All right.
At all. I don't remember at all. As a matter of fact, I know I believed in Santa because I've seen pictures of it, but I always remember my dad, like we said in a couple episodes back, he'd set up the drum set right when I got the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah.
Or a boombox, he'd crank up the music. He always had a cool way to do it.
That's perfect.
But
Actually, that'll go into you kind of just, and we can rattle them off. I was just gonna say like memorable gifts, and you don't have to. We don't have to say like a big story behind them, but like just some of the ones you remember growing up. So you were saying, Sean, drum set.
Drums. I got my first drum set. It was like a 7-piece, like black drum set with black heads. Dope. Nice. And I just switched over to drums. It was super cool. And I got a boom box with the tape of Young MC was in it.
Was it 2 tapes? 2 cassettes? You could tape off the other?
It was 2 cassette tapes. Yeah, 2 cassette tapes with the removable, speakers that come off.
Yes, I know exactly those.
Full on. You could put it up on your shoulder. It was like that.
Wait, hold on. Look at me and Phil. We're too young for that shit.
Oh shit!
And I'm like, dude, I think I had that model. Did it have the record player on top?
No, I didn't have a record player. But dude, the two cassettes is so you could dub one tape to the next, so you could make a copy of this. So if
or you can make that sweet
you can hook your
mixtape for
friends up.
that little
Mixtapes.
Philly.
Yep. But dude, I got the Millennium Falcon. That was super sick.
Yep.
And then I there was like a few years in a row where I got Lego, and dude, I'd get up and there'd be like the airport, which the airport was a huge thing to get back in the day, or the fire house was huge. So yeah, dude, I had some really cool ones. They were my parents are always super like sneaky and like thoughtful about how they do it too, which was always fun.
Manulus.
Oh man, so I know we've talked about it briefly on the other episodes, but my mom, like, it was the equivalent of the PS5 today would be for me as a kid was the Ghostbuster Firehouse, which was like the little play set that you drop slime in it. You couldn't find it anywhere.
Oh,
so
shit.
Yeah, my mom looked everywhere for it. And she literally found one left. I think it was at like JC Penney or some shit. And so she went and got that. But when I opened it, I was like, dude, this is everything I wanted. But then along with that, I mean, I remember a Christmas where I got the Ghostbuster Proton Pack, the little trap. And I also, like, my dad had a race car track set up one, and I was just like, man, they really hooked it up, but I mean, it's so funny, like, when everything in retrospect, because they were going broke, spending like money that we didn't have and shit. So like, it was like, you know what I mean? But, you try to make your kids happy and, you try to bring Christmas, joy to them. So, it was really cool to, see all those things.
Philly.
I also like how none of us on this podcast have children to give gifts to, and it's just kind of
actually I will say this, I feel bad. So my niece, I gave her my PSVR for Christmas, right? And along with my PlayStation 4, I was lucky enough to get a different system, and so I gave it to her and it worked for the weekend, and then her little like kind of step siblings came over and they broke the VR, and she only had it for a weekend. So it was just like,
the VR, like the virtual reality for
virtual reality one,
right?
Yeah, dude. And I was just like, she was just crushed. She
man.
already
stoked.
Yeah, she was so stoked. Like, I kid you not, it like just to see her little like face tear up. She was so happy about the VR, and she was like, Uncle Manny, I'm not even gonna let any of the other kids play with it because I know they won't treat it like I will. But I'm sure that her mom's boyfriend, was just like, no, you need to let the other kids play with it too.
Beat the shit out of those kids.
Now it's like a VR.
It's just bad. It's just like it doesn't work at all. So I'm gonna try to go over there, see if I can fix it. But still, it's just like, man, she was so happy. She loved the VR, and I had all these games downloaded for her. But at least she still has the PlayStation. So whatever.
I'd say,
Phil,
I loved getting. The system, it wasn't even very popular, but when we got it, I was so stoked. We got the Sega Saturn. That was, right before the PlayStation 1, or right around the same time. And, I was just like, oh my God, like this is like the future of video games.
Yeah.
Like Virtual Fighter and fucking Bushido Blade or something like it. It was some
Daytona USA.
Yeah. Oh, dude, my dad loved Daytona USA.
Yeah.
And then, it's funny because Manny, you and I think when we were kids, were really big fans of Ninja Turtles.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
I remember my mom and dad gave me like all of the Ninja Turtle action figures. I can't talk. And I got like the bus and everything. It was like a whole, like, there was like a clamp, a turtle shell that opened up. Yeah.
And then the side door. Yeah, little side door opened up. Yeah.
And if as I grew up, she would have let me keep all those things, I bet you, I don't know,
something.
there probably would have definitely been some valuable,
dude. Yeah, actually,
worth more than they were worth back then.
Yeah, like with my parents breaking the bank, dude. I had the sewer. They got me the Ninja Turtle sewer, and the Technodrome. You know what I mean? The bad
Damn,
guy,
dude.
like, so I mean, they were always hooking it
What
up,
a
and I
spoiled
always
little
remember,
fuck.
dude. It was bad.
Why
But
are
then-
you
Of
nice
course,
now?
Of
Yeah.
course,
You're
when
an
you
asshole.
grow up, oh, you don't need that shit anymore. She
Yeah.
threw them or gave them all away, and it's like, oh my god,
Man, it was crazy.
I wish those were still
Dude,
around.
looking at it in retrospect, I was spoiled because I had the Batman Batcave too. Like, you know what I mean?
Jesus.
It's like, dude, I got hooked up so bad. But then here's the thing: once you become a child of divorce, it's like it's even crazier because here's the thing:
2 times Christmas.
2 times Christmas, right?
And
Trying to
girlfriends.
outdo each
and
other.
girlfriends. Like, dude, my dad, I don't think ever like paid for a
Oh.
Christmas. His girlfriends financed that shit. So I remember getting like 5 or 6 video games were like $60 and shit. I'm like, good God, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
I also really liked, what was the little racetrack thing that would, like, you could build into a
Hot Wheels.
loop to loop. Hot Wheels, yeah,
Where
I
you
get the
hit
Hot
it?
Wheels racetracks and shit.
Yeah.
And you could
Yeah.
they would either like jump off or you drop them from up top and they'd
Yeah,
go
I
down
remember
and spin
those.
around.
Yeah.
That brings
shit
up
was
one of
dope, too.
mine. Kind of. I think it was Tyco. I don't know if you guys remember, Sean. You probably remember. Remember the electric race cars where you had the little trigger and it would just go on.
Oh
the,
yeah,
Oh,
slot
yeah.
cars.
Yes,
They're like slot
yes.
cars.
That's
yeah.
what
I
we
remember
had.
I got a slot car set and my grandparents, it was down in the basement and on this huge table my grandfather had, and just fucking you
Oh,
just
dude.
pull the trigger and then just fucking watch it go around.
Yeah.
And then
Wait. Did it have the 2 cars on there so you could race a friend? Or
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
that's what we
So
had. And then-
fast.
Come on.
Yeah. And then they fly off the track if you're
Yeah.
going too
Yeah.
fast.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
you
gotta
have it
slow
one
them down.
night.
And let it,
that-
yeah.
Yep.
What, Phil?
They made that with 2? I thought they only made it with 1.
90s
You're like the
babies.
Opie
You guys-
of this fucking podcast.
We're rich enough to have 2.
It came
Fucking-
with 2, Phil.
You're
Hit
like
the
yours.
brakes,
Yours
dude.
came
As
with
soon as you hear
cars.
something funny. Hit the brakes.
Yeah.
You know-
Also,
oh god, here we go.
oh Jesus.
So much
All
better.
right.
Where's
I
the
don't know.
video?
Oh my god. I don't know if again Phil or Manny will know this. Sean May. Iwo Jima set.
Nah.
Oh, was that like G.I. Joe or no?
No,
Fort
it was
Apache was
there was
probably equally as
also
racist.
they had Iwo Jima and they had another one. I think it was a French something, but Iwo Jima was this giant. You remember Army Men, the little plastic Army Men?
Yep.
It was that, and the Iwo Jima set was a giant plastic mountain side, and like on the back of it was open, and you could put little Army Men on that. I remember Iwo Jima set was a big thing, and then the Super, or not the Super, but the original Nintendo. And I remember, I mean, like I think I had played Pong, and somebody had in television somewhere, but that Nintendo, I remember playing it on my
Oh, I
grandparents'
don't know if it's gonna work.
kitchen. What the fuck? No,
come on.
it's all right.
Never mind.
It's all
Shit,
right.
I hate that.
That
But,
Iwo Jima set was probably the bomb.
No, it was all right. Damn it. Fuck.
It was all right.
Damn it.
I said Iwo Jima, not Hiroshima.
I
I
love
think
that
it was in
nobody's.
both places.
I love that everybody's shit is off except for me and Sean. Like we're like, I don't know, Sean. Am I lag like they are?
Nah,
Or am I-
you're perfect. You're perfect.
Uh,
Ditto, right back
Phil's,
at
Yeah,
Phil's
see.
fucking all of us up.
We came
Uh,
prepared.
And then the Nintendo. I remember playing that on my grandparents' like kitchen table. They had the little kitchen TV they put on the table and playing Kung Fu, where you just yeah.
Did you have the doubles? Did you have like the? 'Cause I think I'm remembering this right. Donkey or Super Mario and Duck Hunt were on one cartridge, right? You could pick
Yeah.
between the two.
I
on
did
one
not
cartridge.
have that. I didn't have the Duck Hunt light gun. For some reason, I don't think I even wanted that. But Kung Fu, I remember 10-yard fight, the football game, and then Super Mario. You're like, or I mean Mario Brothers, the original Mario Brothers.
Yeah,
Like,
Next level.
like what the fuck?
Well, dude, then Super Mario. The one came out where I can't remember if it was Super Mario. It was the one where at the end he was sleeping when you like finished the whole thing up. And he's
Oh
sleeping.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
I can still remember, and I bet if I watched it now, it'd be different, obviously.
Yeah.
But I was watching it like, dude, he looks so real. He's like he's breathing and he's fucking.
Dude, isn't it crazy when you look
Man.
at like graphics? Like I remember like Jay'll appreciate this, like PlayStation like 1 or 2 graphics. You're like, dude, it's starting to look so real. And then now you look at it compared to what it was like back then. You're
Nothing.
like, what the fuck was I thinking?
Dude,
Yeah.
I remember playing NBA Live 95, and I remember like they had the custom moves for everybody. Tom Chambers would do a double pump dunk from the 3-point
Yeah.
line, you know. But I remember me and my buddy John Eichler. I remember saying to him literally like, dude, I don't think it could ever get any better than this, dude. I don't think.
Oh, yeah.
And now you're like, what the fuck was that? Okay,
Dude,
let's start.
NBA Jams.
Yeah.
Sorry,
NBA
yeah, go ahead.
fuck.
That was next level though
Oh,
too.
fuck,
Yeah.
he's on
Contra.
fire.
Yeah.
Man, ghouls
Sorry.
or ghosts and goblins.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yep. It
Oh,
changed
Phil.
These are like
I don't
these
know
games
what's
were like the
going
next
on.
level.
Phil is frozen.
Phil, you're perfect. I love it.
Your
This
frozen picture
this
looks
is
like
a
you're contemplating life.
Okay. What,
Um,
let's wrap it up.
Okay, as we wrap it up, let's do this last thing. Do any of you or your families have a family tradition? Like in mine, it was goldenrod. You can look up. Some call it eggs a la goldenrod or just goldenrod. I've made it before. Did I ever make it for you, Manny? I know I made it for Sean.
I don't think you have.
It's much better than the name sounds. The
Yeah,
name's
okay,
a bit off-putting, to be honest.
Phil was like
Goldenrod.
goldenrod.
You know.
Oh, gee, what the fuck is
I'm
this?
sorry. No, I never had that.
Oh, he was doing that on his phone.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
All
All
right.
right.
I'm gonna have to get a better connection for it next time.
Okay.
The camera is just so much better
All
quality.
right, Alvin.
Anyway, okay.
That's exactly what he
you
said.
still have it blocking like a corner of your screen.
You know what though, Jay?
Let's just wrap
you know
it
what
up.
I mean?
You know,
Okay,
at this
great.
point,
No,
let's just
he's fucked it all up so much that just turn
Sorry.
around
Just
too. Let's
cut
do
our-
the rest of it. Turn
let's just
around.
cut our losses.
It's cool. Christmas is ruined. Thanks, Phil.
Fuck.
All right.
There you go.
All right,
right.
Sean, you have any family traditions or traditions in your family?
Yeah, our tradition was, when we had like I'm older now, so and we live apart. But what we did is we'd get up at 5 a.m, or we'd get up to be at Fred Meyer's at 5 a.m. because they had donuts and coffee,
Ooh.
and then you could go around early, right? So we do that, go look around and shit, and then we would go downtown Portland, and we go to Pioneer Square, and hang out down there, do all the shopping. We go to Frederick and Nelson's to go into the they had this thing you could ride. It was like a trolley inside Frederick and Nelson that like went around into Santa's Wonderland, and
Yeah.
it was like a tram that hung from a wire. So then right after that, we'd go out, watch the tree get lit in Pioneer Square. Then we'd mash out to Sandy Boulevard, get to the Rhinelander. We'd have ourselves some Hassenpfeffer and some cordon bleu with some fondue, rye
Nice.
bread. Dude, we'd be playing the shit. Horst Magard be in the back making up our
Holy
fucking
shit, dude.
our jam.
Anybody in Portland right now is like going, he's
They know
hitting
all
all
this.
he's hitting all the
Yeah.
check boxes, dude.
And so then we'd mash up from there, and on Burnside, we'd pick up our tree from usually the same spot right by the Chinese place across
Oh,
from
yeah,
Chevron
Burnside,
on
yeah.
Burnside, and I can't remember the cross street by Heidi's though. Everybody knows what I'm talking about now in Gresham.
Yeah,
And then
Heidi's.
and
Yep.
then we'd go home and do the tree up, dude. It was like that was our standard full day. And then the next day on Christmas, we would have, or when Christmas came, because that was like on I think the day after Thanksgiving is when they light the tree. Then Christmas comes and we do our shit.
Fucking great.
Yeah.
Manulus?
It changed over the years. So, when my parents were married, we'd always hit midnight mass at church. Then when they got divorced, like we would go to my dad's house, and then we'd have to go to like his girlfriend's, whatever girl he was dating that year that was funding Christmas. We had to go spend time with them. And then, I remember, it would kind of switch every year. And then when my dad moved to Seattle, we would fly up and we would do Christmas with him and his girlfriend. And then we'd have to go. This is when he had his rich white girlfriend. So then we had to go to her family's house in Oregon, and we would kind of just be hanging out there. Then once I moved up to like Seattle, we started doing Christmas at my grandma's house, and that was about it, man. So fun times. Yeah, it's changed over the years, but I would say Sizzler or some shit was the normal, back in the day. So,
Sounds fucking great.
Oh, one other
Sizzler's
thing.
good, dude.
yeah.
One other thing that was literally every Christmas, my dad's rapping. Not verbally rapping. So you could always tell which package.
Nobody thought that.
Oh, okay, I was just making sure. Sorry, white Jay-Z. So
I didn't say it.
I
I didn't say it. Hey,
didn't
hey,
say
no,
it.
hey, watch.
Uh.
My black friends say it.
That's right.
Yuck. So no, you would look under the Christmas tree, and it would be at my grandparents. So everything my grandmother wrapped so nice, and then there'd be one Fred Meyer's. He made me think of it. there'd be a Fred Meyer's bag, brown, rolled up, stapled at the top, and then one red ribbon put on it, and the little tag, to Jason from Santa. I think my dad would write like Santa James or San James or whatever. And you'd see all these beautiful wrappings in a brown, looks like a fucking hobo's bag, under the tree. But that's how my dad would always give his gifts, would be in the fucking bag that he bought it from, wherever.
Perfect.
Yeah, fuck it. All right, Phil, hit us. You're closing it out.
Signature.
I kind of went over mine. As far as traditions go, like I said, we would always. So every year we watch A Christmas Story for 24 hours. It comes on like TBS, TNT.
Never
We turn
seen
it
it.
on. Yeah, our family as a whole can probably recite almost every single line of the movie while we watch it. And we started at like 8:00, and then right about an hour and a half in the movie, we start passing out our presents, and right as they start to open up their presents in the movie, we start to open up our presents
That's dope.
in
That's
real
cool.
time. And then like I said, it's all the presents that we give each other, and then we go to bed and Santa comes, and in the morning there's like a present for everybody, and then the stockings are empty before we go to bed, and the stockings are full when we wake up, even at 34 fucking years old.
I love it.
And then we open up our stockings in the morning, and we more do a traditional I think we've transitioned to more traditional Christmas dinner on Christmas Eve, and then normally like we'll go to other family or do something like that on Christmas Day.
Oh,
to my-
wait,
my
I got
aunts or
one
something
more
like
thing. The blackest thing we do in my family is we get scratch tickets in our stocking stuffers, and we always.
Oh yeah, same here. Same here.
It's fucking gangster. I love it.
That's
My uncle does
universal, bro.
Okay, all right.
That's
all right,
also
universal.
the blackest
for
thing my
sure.
family does too.
Yeah.
No, I forgot
What's
my
weird is
grandmother.
I also get a food stamps.
Oh my god.
From the good neighborhood.
Yeah.
Manny.
Yeah, I just want to let everybody on the HollingsWorthless know that there are no longer food stamps out there, that it is now known as an EBT for those who may not have known that the welfare system has changed, and there is no shame in being on welfare at this point.
I've
because
used it.
It is hard times out there, and we just want to let you know that we love you, we support you, and we're hoping that you have the best 2021 next year, and you get your shit. And so, hey, back to you, Jay.
That's fucking that. Let's start wrapping
Get
it up
your
off
shit.
that. That's a great way to end it. All right. Anybody, Sean, are you anywhere coming up?
God, I had a whole thing set and I forgot it all. So
All right.
just whatever. Oh, I do remember now. I'm doing it. Fuck it. Go.
Manny?
Yeah, so make sure you check me out next week. HollingsWorthless. I'm putting this out here, the HollingsWorthless New Year's episode. So please bring in 2021 with us. It's going to be quarantine style. So, hey, man, party with us. We're going to leave you with laughs. We're going to bring you into the new year. So, yeah, stay tuned.
Are you saying that we're going to do a live one?
Not a live one, but maybe.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm
like, Manny, we never talked
I
about this.
wasn't
so
aware of
fucking-
that, but
yeah. I don't even think I won't.
it's
Yeah.
like, oh, is that what we're doing? I mean, fuck it.
Yeah.
What else
well,
am I doing? We are
yeah.
quarantined.
Yeah, we'll have
That's
it
what I
up
was
for.
thinking.
Yeah, we'll have it up for people to like party with us and stuff. So send us questions for that next week.
Yeah,
Because-
and if you want to send us those questions, send
Yeah,
them
where?
to hwppod@gmail.com. That's hwppod@gmail.com. We will read anything that you send us. So send us something
Anything.
if you want to hear your words on our show.
All right, Phil, you want to plug anything? Or?
Also, yeah, if you guys, if anybody out there, you're feeling giving, you're feeling like you want to give back, you like the HollingsWorthless podcast, and you want to give us a gift, you know how you can? You can go rate and review the podcast. If you rate and review the podcast, it would really give back, and it would be able to, widen our audience and get more people that would listen to the show that could continue to enjoy it along with yourself. So thank you very much.
And with
Merry
that, maybe we can
Christmas.
upgrade Phil's connection.
I'm gonna work on that this week.
Sean, did you want to go back to, or do you want to plug?
Nah,
anything?
let's save it, dude. No,
Okay.
no.
And I don't have anything to. Let me.
At the Mechanable.
I'm doing a New Year's show, but there'll be a new episode before then. So, yeah, you know
Okay.
what? Everybody have a happy or a Merry Christmas. If you aren't Christian or if you don't celebrate Christmas, then have a good Friday. I mean,
There you go.
Or just
I mean,
another day, or
Happy
Assalamu
Kwanzaa,
alaikum,
Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah.
Happy
Also,
Eid.
but just Merry Christmas though. Let's just keep it real. Just fucking Merry Christmas, man.
Yeah,
I'm
seriously.
not religious.
Merry
I got a
fucking
fucking
Christmas.
tree. Have a
Exactly.
goddamn great Christmas. Hanukkah already passed. I hope it was good.
Yep.
Kwanzaa, fuck
Yep.
yeah. All that other shit. But fucking good
Oh, and
Lord.
the poll. You can't
Yeah.
forget about the Christmas poll thing from Seinfeld.
Oh,
The-
Festivus for the
the
rest of
Festivus.
us.
Yeah,
there you go.
Festivus.
All
Happy
right.
Festivus.
Happy Festivus for the rest of us.
Yeah, that's right.
You're supposed to not air your grievances this year for Festivus, though. That was Jerry put that out. He said
Okay.
hold your grievances this year.
Yeah,
There
fuck
you go.
Jerry. Anyways, Merry Christmas, everybody. And now a special message from Hi, Sean, and myself. Merry Christmas.
See you guys soon.
Fuck, I thought they were
thought we were
gonna
gonna
forget. Boo.
If a person fucking listens to this till the end,
Yeah.
you deserve a prize. Your prize is to go to iTunes and rate or review this podcast. Give it 5 stars, you motherfuckers. Fucking say something nice. Oh, you fucks. I'm dying right now. You motherfuckers. I've been doing this fucking piece of shit for 5 years. I'm averaging about 2 fucking reviews a year. Go fucking write some, you motherfuckers. Oh, fuck.
That is the realest I've ever heard you.
God.
Yeah, dude, what the fuck?